Oh, you're live.
Hello.
We're on everything.
Okay.
We were watching illegal streams of Jedi Survivor before it came out from France,
Uh-huh.
and they were showing all the menus, and all the upgraded attacks were called frap.
Frap.
Yeah, the setting on the blender for chopping up stuff.
Nice.
And I asked a Frenchman what the word frap means, and it literally means to cut with a saber.
Oh, awesome.
And it's alliteration, right? Frap.
Frap.
Or onomatopoeia.
Donnie is tangled in wires.
Le frap.
Maybe.
Did you play Hogwarts?
No, I didn't play it. Like I just not because of politics. It just didn't appeal to me. So
We were making up our own spells.
Jason doesn't like turfs.
clitoris.
Jason's like, she's a turf. She's a turf. I take her down to the earth.
I don't even know what that means.
Gay sexo clitoris. Whoosh.
Yeah, Jason was. You were never a big Harry Potter guy, were you?
No, you were more of a Harry Potter guy than I was.
I was such a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, it was like, have you read the Harry Potter books? Oh shit, no, because there were no pictures in it, right?
Right.
I remember reading. I read that. I bought the Cinefex. Remember Cinefex magazine? It was like as thick as a Garfield book.
Oh yeah.
It was square shaped. I got the
It was all-
Gravis one, and I got the Harry Potter one.
Oh yeah.
That showed how they made the troll. But that was like, they can just do anything. Like I watched a lot of those movies because it was the first time they were able to do that on a screen.
Oh yeah, the movies were great.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed the movies.
But now that our kids, they don't give a fuck. They're like, they can do anything on the screen.
Mhm.
There's no new. Ooh, I can't believe they were able to make fur look real.
I know.
Like it's just Rocket Raccoon's walking around like a dude. And it's
Mhm.
normal.
He's just chilling. Yeah. All right. So where did I leave off?
So
Okay.
yeah, you were.
What'd you eat? Did you eat sushi?
Yeah, you got to talk about the food.
Did you have raw sushi?
Okay.
Raw
So
chicken?
yeah, I ate all the chicken. Like it's almost every meal, pretty much. And salmon and fish because you don't really get that a lot here unless you want
You get the fresh stuff.
Get the fresh stuff exactly.
Zero dreams of sushi.
Yeah, we didn't do that, but
Didn't
you
go to
know,
that mall. Is that still there? Does that exist?
I don't know. It
Is
might.
Zero still around
Did he die?
doing stuff?
It's
Yeah.
been almost 10, 15 years, right, since that documentary came out.
Well, he died.
Well, he did. So, we did do, and it's kind of a bummer. Well, not bummer, but like we got back and people were like, "Oh, these are where all the tourists go." I was like, "Well, I'm a tourist, damn it. I'm gonna go do shit." So,
Hey, yeah, that
fuck off.
Save the hole in the walls and the secrets for the next trip. Right?
Yeah, right. And that's the other thing too. It's like for you guys, it's like that was the other thing. It was like, oh, you guys, it's just a short walk from so and so and da da da. Yeah, it's because you live there.
I wouldn't do any
Yeah.
of the hole in the wall secret
You're-
stuff in
you're
Japan. You're gonna end up
accustomed
with
to
a pet gremlin or get cursed by a dragon or something bad.
Yeah.
Stay in the safe
It's a
tourist
small
area.
one. You,
Yeah.
you end
Don't
up
get-
freaking Jack Burton.
Yeah,
Like,
finger
what the
chopped
hell is
off.
going on?
I know. But the
Yeah.
vinyl bar was pretty dope. That was one of my favorite spots that we
The
went to.
vinyl bar.
Oh, you stepped away when we were talking about this. Yes. We went to a like a little bar, like bistro kind of thing called Quattro Labo.
Okay.
And they played, like records and just had like a, small little lunch sets and stuff. It was neat. They played, I was telling Josh, I was like, Ark of the Diver by Steve Winwood.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's got When You See a Chance, Take It, one of the like most synthy 80s
Oh yeah,
songs,
you were talking
know?
about that one.
Yeah,
I came
yeah.
right down. Yeah.
The 1975,
Right.
which was actually
which
not
has a
the-
huge freaking Japanese fan base.
Yeah.
Although we went and saw. I was like Coachella 2016, the 1975 played, and I guess it was Matty Healy was like lounging with an open-chested shirt on the stage, on the floor of the stage with a glass of wine while he was singing. I was like, "What is this crap?"
Oh, he's all about the lifestyle now. Isn't
Oh
he?
man,
That's what it sounds
was
like.
just so and but of course then what you ended up finding out was like it's all just it's a performance. It's an act. He's not
Yeah.
that guy actually. He's not that pretentious or
There are
whatever.
Hooters in Japan?
I didn't see any.
Do they have like titty restaurants?
I'm sure they do.
Well, they have hostess bars.
They have hostess
Yeah,
bars.
they're
they have,
just right out there with it.
they have
They're not
butler
fucking
bars
around.
and shit, So
In America, we're like, ooh, maybe there's gonna be a girl with
Uh,
their shirt unbuttoned and
Right.
serving a piece of chicken. In
um,
Japan, they're like, this is your girlfriend.
That's right.
You pay.
You pay 50. And there's a whole anime called Rent a Girlfriend. It's popular there right
Nice.
now. You know what I mean? So,
Why they have it in real life? Why do they need a cartoon?
It's true.
Do you get her out of a vending machine?
Fantasizing about a store that's around the
Yeah.
corner that you can just go to.
God, yeah.
The
Then we
girls
did.
are way hotter and they don't get abused.
Right.
That's right. We did Ichiran, which is like the best bowl of ramen I've ever had
Awesome.
in my life.
What is the
The egg
specifics
on
of Ichiran?
Ichiran serves like it's these little. It's a national chain. It's a chain, right? But who cares when it's good, right?
What kind did you get?
They do like a tonkatsu like kind of broth, which is pork broth.
You have to use
Which is what
American words.
that's what Tatsuya does. You know
Put
here.
an egg on there.
Hell yeah, you have to peel the egg, dude. It's hard.
Oh.
It's hardcore.
Lazy American work.
That's
Do
right.
something.
Well, here's the thing. So, do you remember that I don't know if you've seen that King of the Hill episode where the Hills go to Japan to find like Hank's like long lost brother or something like that, and they all stay in the closet, you know, and then at the last day they're like, "Oh, you stayed here. This is your room," and they open it up, and it's a whole big room. There's like rotting flies on a fruit basket. You know what I mean? So we get there, and you know, I lock my chair up outside like a bike, which was cool. No one fucked with me with that, you know. We get in, and I put my giant backpack down, and you know, we sit down, and you know, I'm a but compared to everyone else there, we're linebackers,
Yeah.
you know, so we're kind of cramped in our little stalls. I'm
Yeah.
having a ball.
You're
It is the
Kobe beef.
It is the best ramen I've had in my life. I'm loving this. I woofed it down. And then, you know, when we got back, it was like, yeah, it's cool. You can go to these little ramen bars. You can take the divider down. And I was like, you can take the divider down? God damn it. We could have
Yeah.
had like our own little, you know,
Yeah.
section. Instead, we're like cordoned off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Transformer. You didn't transform the Transformer.
yeah, that was a good
There's
time.
more than meets the eye there that you weren't
I
aware of.
know. We made it to Akihabara, but then I ran out of juice. That's, you know, I know everyone's like, don't go to Akihabara. It's old. It's not cool anymore. I thought it was cool. You know, when you read about it all your life and
Yeah.
then you kind of go, it's pretty fucking dope still. We went to Yodobashi Camera, which is like the biggest electronic store like in the world. We're talking like 9 floors
I'm
of
afraid I'd hit my head on doorways. Is everything made for smaller?
you know what? I was afraid the shower in our hotel was going to be too small, and it was not. It was
Okay.
actually adjustable. So
Okay.
I think you would do okay
You
there.
transformed the Transformer part of it into
Yeah.
a bigger.
You got to make the noise there. You got to go. Yeah. And it was just I went in and I was just like, of course I went to the video game section. You know. They had TV. This is right before Resident Evil 4 came out, so
Yeah.
they had Resident Evil 4 previews. Koei Tecmo. They put Wolong
It's
out.
like the gay part of France is just France. The video game section of Japan is just Japan.
Yeah, I know.
The whole country's a video game.
Yeah,
section.
you know what I mean, though, right? But you know, Switch is super popular over there. Of course, you know, like there's just walls of Switch shit. You know what I mean? Even games that have been out for 3 years.
Switch it.
Yeah, like in the U.S., you know, like when a game comes out, it comes out. Unless it's a Nintendo game, they don't really reprint, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But Japan, I found a copy of Octopath Traveler, which has gone up to like $70 on the aftermarket
Is it
now.
really?
Yeah.
Fun.
You
got
get
that.
a cartridge that
And-
says Super Mario 23.
Yeah, and then I
as
got
rumored by my friend's dad.
and I got Octopath Traveler 2, which apparently is like the best RPG in years I've heard.
Did you get that?
No, I don't have Octopath Traveler 2.
You have one.
Yeah, I have one.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
They said 2. They said you
You're
don't
gonna
have to
bring
play.
back our other Zelda?
It's in the Switch. It's safe
Oh, that's good. I know where it is.
because there's no box. So I was like, just leave it in. Don't touch it.
There you go. I did pick up. What was it? What did I pick up? I got both the Octopath Travelers brand new, and then I picked up. I'm a shoot 'em up fan, so Raiden 3 came out for the Switch, so I have almost all the Raidens on Switch, and they're fucking. It's Raiden. It's Raiden.
Yeah.
It's an arcade game. Shoot stuff, blow bombs up. It's great music, great graphic. You know, fucking great.
Is it like bullet hell or what? Like R type? What are you
This
talking about?
it's more. It's overhead. It's not bullet hell. You
I'm
you
familiar
can
with
make
Raiden.
it. You can make it bullet hell if you want to.
Okay.
You know, but it's just old school. You know, 90s arcade top style shooting. You know, it's great. Next day we did. My wife wanted to go to the Unpun Man Children's Museum. You know, he's made of bread. He's a hero for bread. You know, he's
Yeah.
great.
Did you go to the Jubilee?
We didn't get to go to Ghibli because one, you have to like go to Lawson's and buy the tickets. That's the whole
You have
process.
to go through the secret door and the penis of the Gundam statue. to
Pretty
get there.
pretty much. The Narnia and the Gundam
You
statue.
forgot to transform that part to get to.
That's right. So yeah, we did that. That's definitely very much for children. You know, we're talking children. Like we saw the whole, we saw like the kids with their little, yellow hats and stuff, like going in and
What is Anpan Man?
Anpan Man. It's like a superhero. Like he's I get
For like little kids.
for
like
little
toddlers,
kids. We're talking,
yeah.
but they have a big Anpan Man
Chucky's talked
statue.
about. I think
Chucky's talked about it.
She might have
before.
talked about it on the podcast.
Okay.
Mhm.
I
So-
can't tell what she's saying.
So, so we went and Sarah got her fill. We looked around. We bought bread, of course, because it's a little bakery too, and it was delightful. It was fine. Not so delightful were the little kids who just could not contain themselves. They're either very excited or early excited or crying. It's a family place,
Do you
right?
have any poop emergencies in public?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have a story about that.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
I have 2 stories to share with
This
you
is
guys.
the highlights of the last time you were on. We
Ah,
made
I
a bunch
know.
of little
So now I've built up a reputation for having
poop guy.
poop god stories, right?
You're pooping.
But the best part, like we were at the Ampon Museum, this kid was coming out. He was so excited. He had like both of his fists. He's like, ah! And the mom just goes right behind his head and just goes, smack. The kid just stopped.
She would have gone full Saiyan if she wouldn't have done
I
that.
know,
She was
it's
trying to
like
stop him from
you had to stop
exploding
him.
the whole world.
Stop him
He
now.
was about to shoot lasers everywhere.
Yeah.
Get
So
out, brat. Stop trying to kill everybody with your laser eyes.
that's right. So the next stop was going to Yokohama Bay for the Gundam factory. This is where they have the life-size 6-story tall Gundam that moves like every 30 minutes and does. I mean, it was
Is it an actual factory where they make the toys also?
nah.
It's not their HQ?
But they show you how that. But there's like a tour. Like it's not a guided tour, but you can walk through the little facility they have,
Yeah.
and they show you how they created it, like the 3D models. They even had a robot making Gundams in there, like a literal live robot going. I
Of
don't know.
course, that's awesome.
I don't know if they had it getting the hand cramps
cool
like
if
I
that
get.
was a-
Yeah, right.
Like the robot didn't go, oh, this hurts.
They haven't gotten to that point. In the
Nah,
engineering
that's not
yet.
that sophisticated.
Cool if it
Asimo
was
still needs a
actually
couple
an-
revs.
A secret naval military thing with missiles
Oh no,
in the Gundam, just in case somebody attacks it. But then if we shoot a missile at it, we blow it up because the missiles come out the back and have to curve around like 8 million ways first before they hit the target. They didn't let us do our missile fanfare first.
that's right. The cool thing was
The
like when-
Robotech version of calling out your kick before you spinning bird. Oh, I'm dead.
I'm dead. Yeah. They the cool thing they did was they would play like little snippets from like the most iconic scenes from the shows, to full soundtracks. And the second showing we did, this is when we went upstairs to go take a look and kind of watch it move in the background and everything like that. They were playing like the theme for one of my favorite Gundam movies, that came out, and I was like, oh, I'm in nerd heaven. You know what I mean?
I just Macrossed in my pants.
That's right. I got a 6-foot erection over here. Let's do this.
Macross Plus everywhere.
I know. So that was dope. Before I went though, I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. So hopped into the public restroom. Dude, they still have this like put your ass in the floor.
Like the hole in the
The
ground.
The hole in the ground.
Where you just like
Squatty
just like
potty.
squeeze out a steamer
Yeah.
into a hole.
No, luckily I didn't have to. I could use the urinal, you know what I mean? But
Oh, you weren't taking a shit.
no, I didn't take shit. And I'm not taking shit in a public park. That's how you get stabbed. You know what I mean?
Vodka.
Especially in the U.S. So
You get
Um,
shot in the U.S.
you
Come
get
on,
shot or
civilized
stabbed.
here.
What you know what I mean?
Yeah, the only way you get shot is if you're the former prime minister of Japan and a guy makes a gun. He builds a
built the
homemade gun. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But so
Um,
there was a urinal. There was a hole in the floor, but there was
There
also
was a
urinal.
urinal. There was the regular dope ass toilet, with the machinery that washes your butt and stuff like that. Which I know.
Put on a
everyone-
walk 4K of Shibuya.
Yeah,
Or
we could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll remember something.
Right.
That's why
Trigger
I
trigger
didn't take
something.
a shit because I was scared.
That's right. But yeah, the hole in the toilet. I was just like, are we not humans? Are we not a society?
Are we not
You know?
men?
Are we not men? We are Devo.
Right. So Akihabara, we went back. We decided to go back that night to see if we can do anything else. We did. Yeah, they have one of.
Oh,
Whoa!
we got audio. Hang on, let me
I
turn it
know.
down.
You're gonna get blocked by the YouTube gods
I
if
know.
you don't.
Girl.
You don't want that.
That's copyrighted.
You see that girl?
Now that I can see, you're like, oh, I know that guy, like that. So we went back to Akihabara, and they turned the Gundam Cafe that used to be there. They turned that into like a what is it? There's a figure line called Tamashi Nations that Bandai puts out, and these are like the most fanciest, like action figures. You know, they're like $70 a pop.
They just opened a Transformers restaurant over there. The Ark.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Autobot burgers.
But I got to go through and do like, you know, it's kind of like a half store, half little museum, like the history of their figures and stuff.
Right.
And so that was really cool. I got to see like, Street Fighter figures, Kamen Rider figures. The figure they had that I wish I would have found like earlier, which is probably out of print now, and it's super ridiculous, is I think I've showed you Game Center before, right? Yeah. The little Chief Arena, the guy who plays all the games on Game Center.
Oh yeah,
he has to sit and marathon the games until he's done.
Right.
They made a figure of him in his little uniform.
that's
He was
cool.
like, so that would have been cool to have.
Badass.
It was still night, so we kind of like walked around the alley where, where they kind of like sell like the junk goods and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so that was interesting. Sarah went to a store called Mandarake, which they talk about that a lot on YouTube because it's like floors of manga, anime, games, and stuff like that. Well, she wound up on the Dojinshi or Joshinji. I can't pronounce it.
Dojinshi.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. She wound up on that floor.
That's the comic strips, right?
That's like the ones where it's like homemade comics or it's like indie comics pretty much.
Right.
Some of them are, like breakout.
Sexy.
Some of them are sexy. And she was up there with some of the salarymen looking at
Hell
them.
yeah, dude.
You
In
know,
their suits and shit. Like,
yeah.
so the meme in every anime of the guy in a suit with a brown paper bag who has the hentai.
Yes. If you haven't seen it's kind of like a cheaply produced anime, but if you haven't seen an anime called Skullface Bookseller Honda-san.
Okay.
It's literally like about a bookseller who, he has a skull. He's just a skeleton, right?
Okay.
And so it's like, it has like some characters, like people come in like the most broken English, like Japanese speaking English. Pleased to meet you. Do you have special yayoi book? And he's like, special yayoi book is so cool. Like that.
You don't have to worry about your wife around those guys though, because they all have baby pee-pee.
That's true.
Yeah,
what he's trying to say is a Japanese peanut.
Oh god.
I was born a month before my wife, so during that month, I'm always like, you'll understand when you're 46 like me. She's 45 and I'm 46, so I get to be smarter than her for 1 month.
Just 1 month.
But then now my new thing is I'm a relationship expert because I've been married longer than she has. Because the guy says I do first, and then they ask the girl.
Yeah.
So I've been married for 30 seconds longer than she has.
Nice.
So
nice.
I know more about relationships.
There you go.
You can use that on your wife.
I should use that.
My
Probably
neighbor
won't go over very well.
My neighbor
Gosh,
was
jeez.
complaining that him and his wife hadn't slept in the same room for 5 years.
That
And then
sounds
he was over
miserable.
at our house drinking, and he was like, I got to go home. I got to go to church tomorrow, or she's going to yell at me. And I was like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
She has nothing on you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you
she's
don't
not gonna.
sleep
She's not
in-
gonna sleep with you now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's going to yell. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. I did
There's
go
no leverage.
I did go to Super Potato, which is like the big, like iconic, like retro gaming thing.
Okay.
It's kind of picked over because everyone's coming back.
Yeah.
I was trying to find Donnie a copy of Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
and
There has to be 1 billion copies of just Famicom Dragon Quest.
you would be surprised in this trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nothing that I would want to bring back to you. Like
Right.
like
I just want an original 1986 copy of Dragon Quest for Famicom cartridge.
Boxster by itself.
Whatever. Yeah.
So I tried to find one by itself. I found 2 and 3, but they were kind of just like condition. Like I didn't want to.
Well, 3 was the big one. 3 was the one that like shut down the country.
Yeah, I mean, you're like my best friend, right? Like, I don't want to bring you a crappy
Oh,
copy.
yeah.
Like, here you
Aw,
go.
so sweet,
Aw. You know, we've only been friends for like almost 20-something years.
Right.
You know, so
No, 23 years because it was
98.
98, so 24 years.
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's
Now we
20,
drive the
23.
bus. You
Oh,
know,
It's 25 years.
What?
It's 98. That's 25 years to now.
is it really?
98.
Yeah,
Up on
25
a
years,
quarter
brah.
century.
23.
It'll be 25 in
Oh.
September. Yeah. Oh
Your
my god.
friendship can rent a
Oh.
car, vote, drink.
Yeah, we were
You-
talking about last night that on June 2nd it will have been 10 years since the episode with the red wedding.
Yeah.
That does not compute. That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Slit.
That has been a decade since that episode of Game
Yeah.
of Thrones.
The woman said she got up 100 times at night to pee when she was pregnant. Does not compute. Exaggerations do not make sense to aliens.
Yeah.
We did the Kirby Cafe.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you said that Sarah was like into that, right?
You have to suck all the food. There's no forks or plates. Or
Yeah.
Eat all food like a goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, you know, I mean, it's theme park food,
Yeah.
right? You know, so it's okay. It was fine. The desserts were great. They're like opening a dessert stand where you don't have to make a reservation.
Super
man.
Nintendo World or whatever.
Nah, dude, that's over in Osaka, man. That's
Alright.
that's like a 3.5 hour
Train ride.
Train
Yeah,
ride
the bullet
away.
train.
Yeah, and we were only there for like, you think about it, we were only there for like 5 days, 5 nights.
Yeah.
You know?
So how long are you going to be there the next time?
8 nights, 9 days.
Oh,
We're going
man.
longer this time. So
Now you need to go to other cities. You need to go to other
yeah,
parts of Japan.
that's what we're gonna
You
do.
got to get on the bulletin train, and then you got to go to Kyoto, and you got to Osaka, and
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what to do for a day trip, right? Like an overnight trip. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing: we're going during Christmas time. We'll be in Japan at Christmas.
you got to get a bucket of KFC.
You know, I could get that here.
Right,
You
I
know,
know, but maybe the Japanese KFC is different.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it
That's the
doesn't,
opposite.
doesn't
People here
matter.
go for Chinese
Yeah.
on Christmas. So if you go
You,
there,
you should
have
ask
to eat
Chiaki
American.
if you can go have KFC with her family.
Aw. I mean, in Japan, it doesn't matter where you get the chicken from. It's fucking delicious. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Because they massage it, the fat.
That's right. That's right.
What's
Um,
it called? Kobe
si-
chicken.
It
Kobe
was,
chicken.
it was.
Fat rooster.
Oh yeah. We did one
Did you
night.
sit on those stools like that?
Oh yeah. Did I go there? Did I go there? No.
We got a French place.
But yeah, we did the Kirby Cafe. We went around Tokyo Skytree. That was a mistake.
What is Tokyo Skytree?
Tokyo Skytree is like the big observation tower
You
they
keep
have
saying all
there.
this stuff that we don't know what it is. You have to explain.
Oh, I'm sorry.
you
if-
sound really cool because you know all the
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
I have no idea what it is.
let me assure you, I am not that cool, and I'm okay with that. So,
Anyway, how old are you?
42.
Oh, that's cool. You're cooler than people who are 41.
I got 1 year on them.
Yeah.
You know.
One more year of learning how to be even cooler.
Eventually, you stop
Man.
being cool and you get less cool at a certain age.
That's
so
true.
I'm going back down now.
That's true.
We
Uh,
were talking about Hooters because there's this restaurant in Orlando called Bacon Bitch, and so we were coming up with other restaurants that are like
Wait,
named-
wait. You can't say bacon bitch and then move on. It's literally
It's a breakfast place, and
It's a
all the
breakfast
waitresses
place?
look like Instagram thoughts. They're like all
nice.
Persian-looking, Kim Kardashian,
Yeah.
hot tank top, whatever. So that's
Look-
Florida.
you
Florida
can
has
look,
a lot
but don't
of those.
touch, right?
yeah,
Uh,
but I was telling my friends at work about that, and we were coming up with other names for restaurants.
mhm.
And my friend was like, "Oh, what if there's an Asian one called Dang Ho?"
Dang ho.
Yeah.
Or is it fuck yeah?
Yeah.
Or faux yeah, you know.
And
Yeah,
the
there's one in-
International House of Pancake Titties and Waffle Whores.
Right.
The-
But then I told a Caribbean guy about it, and he was like, "That's perfect. We could have Jamaican jerk me off chicken."
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, that's getting a little. That's getting a little.
yeah,
That's becoming a different industry.
it's
at
becoming
that
a
point,
different
yeah.
industry.
She's just
Uh,
a friend.
There you go. So the last night we were there, we stay at a hotel called the Kyo Plaza Hotel, and it was the one the reason I picked it is because I had a king size bed. You know what I mean? That
Oh,
was
yeah.
like really my reason. Yeah, we got a good deal on it, and it was
American
lovely.
size bed.
Yeah, American
Yeah.
size bed. It was lovely. Like the people were lovely. They were so friendly and very helpful. And that last night, you know, we wanted to go to Tokyo Skytree. We wanted to go to the top and see Tokyo from there. But the lines were like 3 hours long, and I don't do lines. I just don't. I'm too old to do lines now. So I'm too old to do lines of anything. I just realized what I said.
You're never too old.
But rails. How about you do rails?
That's right, rails. Yeah. So
You go skiing? You ever go skiing, man?
we went to this
Chicken kitchen.
We didn't go to Chicken Kitchen,
Bacon
but
bitch.
we went Egg Slut.
Yeah,
That's
that's in
another one.
LA. I've been
Yeah.
They
there.
got syrup sluts.
We went to Biscuit Bitch in Seattle like a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a bitch and biscuit.
Was there hot girls?
It was good biscuits.
It was good. If I remember the biscuits, but not the women, I'm gonna say maybe not,
Yeah.
But anyways,
It was Seattle. They all had hairy armpits anyway.
yeah. There's a
Pronouns in the signature biscuits.
there's
Delicious.
at our hotel there is a sky lounge called Aurora that we went to, and we had a front row seat to basically just out the window, and we got to see all of Shinjuku at night, like lit up and
Nice.
stuff. Like 40 floors up. It was very, if that's your kind of thing.
Dance for me, little people, little ant
Yeah.
people. Look at them.
It was romantic, like it was wonderful. Had a dope ass steak, and just had a nice little. Yeah, I don't drink, right? So I had like a ginger ale, but ginger ale's fucking good in Tokyo.
I bet
It's-
everything.
You brought rum just for Donnie to have it?
I brought it because I could have a little bit and not feel gross. You know what I mean?
okay.
Not feel
So
sick.
you don't drink.
I don't drink. I can
Okay.
have like a little
So
bit
you'll
of
have
rum, and I'm okay. If I have a
cocktail
beer,
every once in a while?
or a cocktail every once in a while, but if I have something super strong or like anything harder, dude, I just get sick.
Okay.
It's just
You didn't have show me on the dolly where the drinks touched you.
Yeah.
bad
It's
thing of
just
your
it's
life.
just allergy. It's an allergy thing I picked up.
Everyone's allergic to alcohol. You fucked up.
I know. Well, if
Look
I
at these
if
and
I had done
poison
it
ivy.
earlier in my life and not been so scared of it,
Yeah.
Whenever he
Acclimatize
turned
yourself.
21, we went to a hibachi restaurant. He wouldn't even have a shot of sake.
I wouldn't have a shot of sake. I was just
Who was it who tried to get you a shot of sake? It was a redheaded dude.
His name was Andy, and
Andy,
he
right,
was
yeah.
on my, when I was the entertainment editor of our college newspaper, he wrote for me,
Right.
and he tried. God bless him, he tried, but
This
like
doesn't sound good. Show me on the doll where Andy touched.
I don't know where he touched
There's
you.
a clown man with red hair.
That's
Maybe
right.
drink sake.
I know. Well, it's just I was just kind of scared, like because my family had a not trying to get heavy here like that, but the family has a history of alcohol. I didn't want to like
darkness, my old
friend. Exactly. I didn't want to repeat history.
Everyone's family has a history of alcohol.
I know.
That's called human history.
I know. That's the
Grandpa had a faraway look in his eye because of the war.
That's right.
He used to drink his fancy drinks.
So that night we were at the lounge. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We walked in and oh man, I got my first salary, man. It's after work. We need to unwind. It is company policy for us to get hammered.
Yeah.
Let's get hammered. So they were loud. They had like, ladies in their laps and
Nice.
stuff. We had one guy got up on the table and was like, just screaming out. Oh, it was both.
I'm a ninja.
It was frightening, hilarious, and awesome all at once. Right? So
It's like all that they've held back, for their
Yeah.
entire lives. comes out.
yes, yeah. And then
That's
as
why
we're
they don't rape, because they have panties in a vending machine.
oh,
They
Jesus
just smell 'em,
Christ.
and that's why their numbers are good.
Oh Jesus Christ.
They have catharsis. That's why I come home and play GTA and kill cops, so I can get through the rest of the,
Right.
Just get through the day.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. As we were getting ready to leave, these Midwestern, loud Chicago businessmen assholes show up and sit down. And this goes back to my joke at the beginning where it was like, if you don't know, Japanese, just say English words very loudly,
with a U on the end of it.
And the dude's like, can I get a spiced rum? And then, and the guy's like, like, I don't understand, and he goes,
Can I try some of that gay?
he goes, yeah, go
Bro.
for it.
Hey, get some of that gay mountain.
Get
Hell
that Mountain Gabe. But he was like, spiced rum, like that, very loud over everybody. And I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. There's like 10-minute videos on YouTube. Exactly. There's like videos on YouTube. They're like 10 minutes long. And you can like learn the basics of language. And, you don't have to go to Japan and know the whole dialect or read kanji or, katakana or anything like that. You can just go in and just have a decent conversation. By the time I left, I was able to go like, Genki desu ka? Which is, how are you? And then they go, Genki desu. And I was like, which is, I'm okay, And they'll appreciate it because you put an effort in, I didn't go in. And, you can do simple stuff like, if I do this, and this is me showing an X with my hand or doing like that or something like that, that means no. Yeah, no. Hi, yes, I mean, it's just simple stuff, So, and even then, because, you're kind of in a touristy area, they know a little bit of English. So,
Right.
I thought I was coming in like the country, which I was, the country bumpkin, coming to Tokyo for the first time. But I did better than this guy at the bar. Once I saw that, and I was like, you know what? Didn't do too bad.
Yeah.
Didn't do too bad. So yeah, visited another game store. Found some cool shit. What did I bring back? I don't remember anymore. Oh, I found like a pristine sealed copy of Resident Evil for the GameCube for $5.
Well, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's what they're for. Yeah,
The rum size.
rum size
Coke.
Exactly. Well, yeah, keep it classy, dude. Do you not see this pinky ring? I don't have pinky ring. So yeah, we wrapped it up just nice. We spent 3 hours that night trying to pack our shit and Tetris everything because we bought way too much shit, souvenirs and everything like that. And I know it sounds like cheesy and stuff, but I love when I go to, I love exploring music and stuff when I go to new places.
Yeah.
It's just I don't care if it's the U.S.
Well, you got to go to Tower. So
I got to go to Tower. They have MTV Japan there, and they show real music videos and music.
That's awesome.
And a lot of it's stuff I wouldn't listen to these days. But I found a few. The way they do music now in Japan, it's like I guess in the U.S. it's like. It's like you sold out because you put your song on a show or something. Which selling out these days.
Yeah, that kind of went by the wayside.
That went by the
90s,
wayside.
like,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that went by the wayside, right? So a lot of ways to get your music on shows is to do it in the intros or closings of anime or drama shows,
Like
right?
what's her name? Maximum the Hormone. Hell yeah.
Maximum the Hormone. So some of the bands I found were like I found a band called Does, DOES, and they do like jangly, like kind of rock music. I found like New Jabez. I found the vinyl there. Which have you seen Samurai Champloo? It's an amazing, it's amazing music. He kind of died before his time.
Way you're the samurai.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So I found some of that.
I always thought that was called New Jabes. I didn't know it was called New Jabes.
I didn't either until I was watching video the other days at New Jabez. I was like, have I been saying? I've been saying it like a bumpkin the whole time. Do you have that Ninja Babes?
I've been going to P-Late's class and listening to New Jabes.
But I found like a band called I found Does, like the guys that did I found a band called Man with a Mission, in which the band all wear wolf masks when they sing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like even one of them's got the tongue sticking out, like Have you ever seen that Pixies video for Here Comes Your Man, where they just kind of open
Yeah, they open their mouths and the voices come out.
out of it? It's kind of like that, right?
We were singing that in the car, but I always mess with my kids and do come down versions
Yeah.
and play it on the guitar, and I was like, they come to their pants. They come their pants.
But it was cool to, and that's kind of why I came back. Like when I came back, I was
You're just like stupid gaijin everywhere.
nah. Do I
Kiss
would I
the
want
ground.
to? Would I want to live there?
American soil.
Yeah, would I want to live there? Ugh, it's not
You
really.
want to live on a Japanese farm in the middle of the
Every
mountains.
time I get home from
That's
out
what I-
of states, I go to
That's what I
Taco
was-
Bell and have a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking good. Go for Mexican.
The
As soon as
first
get
meal
to
I had,
America.
the first meal when I got back was McDonald's. I shit you not.
Oh boy.
Well, that's all we have in Maynard, dude.
McDonald's, I
Oh,
shit
yeah.
you lots. Actually,
Remember, when I'm in Maynard, there's
Yeah.
not much. So, yeah, I'm trying to think what happened. What's going on next?
So the way back was good. The flight back was
Layover
good.
was
Was it
Seattle
better?
again?
Was it better going there, or was it better coming back on the plane?
it was better going there, but here's my story. So we got a little time to burn before our flight leaves. Our flight leaves at like 5:00 in the afternoon. So, Sarah didn't have much of an appetite when we went, so we didn't really get to do any like local flavor. Which that's the thing that I said, okay, next time we come, we're not going to load up on breakfast. We're going to eat like try to do local, like cooler hole in the wall stuff while we're here, or even a hole in the wall, like try some other things.
Did you go to 7-Eleven and have one of their egg salad sandwiches?
No, but I did go to their ATM. The egg salad sandwiches were like gone.
Oh,
I went to Lawson's, no egg salad sandwich. I went to
That would have
7-Eleven.
made you shit in public.
Huh?
Egg salad sandwich from 7-Eleven sounds like something that would make me have a poop emergency in public.
In the
immediately.
U.S.?
Yeah, but
Yes.
in Japan, it's like delicacy.
Chickens are better. The eggs are better.
Yep.
So I didn't get to do all the cool food things I want to do, but we're gonna do it next time.
Yeah.
But I was looking around in Tokyo in the Haneda Airport, dude. They have fresh like izakaya ramen and sushi stands there.
Awesome.
I had it sounds so weird to say, but I bought this like $20 sushi plate.
Yeah.
It was the best sushi I ever had in an airport.
Airport sushi.
It was amazing, and they made it live right in front of you. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it wasn't like it was like we made this like
sitting under in a chill.
A
It's
heat
not what
lamp.
HEB sushi. Although HEB sushi's good too.
it's not bad, right? Yeah, it's not bad. So as I was like, well, I guess I better use the bathroom. It'd be a 9-hour flight. I don't like using the bathrooms on an airplane. I go to the bathroom. Everything's fine. And all of a sudden I go, sharp pain.
Ooh. Wait,
From the
shark
sushi?
pain?
Sharp
Okay.
pain. with
Sharp
the
pain.
P. I just passed a kidney stone
Oh, that's you told me that. You said you passed a kidney stone in the airport.
in the airport.
Jesus.
So
But you didn't feel it up
the
inside. It
perfect
just
storm of
as it
bad
came
things.
out.
it just went pew,
came out the pee hole.
came out the pee hole.
That's not bad, actually.
Not a bad
you
way to
lucked
pass
out.
it, right?
You
I lucked out.
Right
However,
here.
I looked like I'd been in an accident. Like
Uh-huh.
like I'm bleeding.
There's
right?
blood coming out of the.
Mhm.
Oh my
Like
god.
Gundam penis.
So yeah.
Blood.
So I had to toss, my unders, and I had to like make shit because my clothes are on the plane. You know what I mean?
Did you keep the stone? Can I see it?
Oh,
What does it taste like?
No. What's it taste like? It tastes like sushi, probably. No.
I mean, well, you see the pictures. There's like a
I
bird, like
know.
a spiky bird.
Let's
Yeah,
say, like,
it was.
it's all sharp.
I
Yes.
the toilet itself flushes, so I didn't get a chance to like see the outcome. I
gotta
guess.
get in there and get that
Did it
thing,
go
man.
plink into the toilet?
Plinko? Did it go
felt-
pachinko down the
I
sides
just
of
heard
the
this little
beep, beep,
blop.
yeah.
I heard blop, and I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Have you ever had a kidney stone before?
That was my first one.
Oh my god.
Shita party.
So, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I have no underwear. What do I do? So I had to like fashion like a bandana into underwear.
Oh my
basically.
god.
Oh, it was so barbaric, dude.
Like how women say that men can never experience the pain of pregnancy, and that like passing a kidney stone is like the only closest thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it fucking sucked.
So
dude.
you could have gone to your wife and be like, "You don't understand this
Yeah.
pain.
So
what I've gone through."
so basically, so I had to sit on this flight with a bandana basically between me, my pants and the seat,
The
right?
bloods. You're like a blood.
Yeah, and I had to go
a
back
red
to the
bandana.
bathroom and make sure I wasn't dying or anything like that,
Oh my
right?
God.
So
12-hour flight
9-hour flight
with a bleeding dick hole.
with a bleeding dick hole.
Fucking hell.
I know. So luckily it stopped.
You're America's hero.
I tried, dude.
Yeah.
I tried.
Heroes live
you're
here.
like a first
That's
responder.
that's right.
You're essential personnel.
So I get to, and the other thing too was I had bought like, they're like buy compression socks when you fly,
Yeah.
right? So I had like another pair I put on, and dude, it was cutting me off. Like I couldn't breathe. Like I felt I couldn't breathe. So I took them off. So you see the shoes over here.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
the shoes I wore. So I took my socks off. So we get to LA because that's where we land.
Those are your Japan slippers over there.
My Japan slippers. Yep.
Those look nice. I want some. What are
Thank
they?
you. Those are Nike Air something. I'll go look at
There's
it. here in a
Hoka
second.
flip flops now, by the way.
Yeah.
It's summertime. It's time to get some Hoka flip
Time
flops.
to do it. I get to the airport. I have no socks. I have basically no underwear. And what does TSA decide to do? Full pat down
Yeah.
with no shoes on. I am barefoot in LAX.
Ew.
I felt so like exposed and gross.
And America's so dirty compared to
it's
Japan.
disgusting.
You look around LA like, what the fuck is this toilet?
Oh God, LA getting from terminal to terminal was a fucking adventure. We had to go through international, we got to go through customs.
It's like Miami. Miami airport is like cinder blocks and
Mm-hmm.
broken water fountains.
I was
It's like
terrified
a
to bring like
favela.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring like some Kit Kats back and a couple snacks back, but I was terrified of getting stopped by customs, because apparently you have to like when you land, you have to go pick your luggage back up
Yeah.
and then recheck it back in for your next flight.
You can't tell them you got a bleeding pee hole. Can somebody get my luggage?
I couldn't have. I guess
Be
I could. Well,
entitled
Sarah kind
gotcha.
of helped me out with that because I had my chair, right?
Yeah.
But
Have you had one before? Was that your first one?
that was my first
It's
one.
your first rodeo.
I hope it's my last. It probably
Yeah.
won't be, but
You gotta get a water softener.
we do have a water softener.
Yeah. That's how you get.
My theory was I ate a lot of fish while I was there,
Yeah.
so maybe I built something up. I don't know. Like calcium or something.
I don't know. I feel like a kidney stone is something that takes a little while to brew. Like
That's how I
it could've
feel,
been months
but
over
it
the
can't.
course of months.
I was like, who shot me?
Yeah.
I had a disorder
so-
when I was little. I used to eat rocks all the time.
So I spent like
Kidney stones.
my first few days back from Tokyo just like kind of miserable because of the experience coming home
Yeah.
and just feeling when no one really asked like let's ride a wheelchair, you know what I mean. No one really feels like they want to do that.
Right.
No one says that. I'm just trying to do something so I can live in the world.
Yeah.
Am I gonna use it my whole life? God, I hope not. I'm trying not to.
Yeah.
I'm taking the
around.
actions to do that. Huh?
Just to get around.
I just want to get around. I want to
Do
live
stuff.
in the world. Yeah. I'm not gonna keel over and have a heart attack because I walked like a mile.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So because I felt like I was bing banging into people. I was
Yeah.
bing banging. Oh, I committed light property damage. Like when I was trying to go through my door in the hotel to kind of wheel the wheelchair in, the bottoms of my wheelchair scraped the paint off
Yeah.
like the door, and I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
we're
Japan. You ruined Japan. Japan's not perfect anymore.
99% conviction rate. Here we go. We'll never be allowed to stay here again. You know what I mean?
Somebody's gonna. That was my grandfather's
That was-
ceremonial
he
door.
worked
of
very
wood,
hard
and
on that.
It was etched in the story of the wood.
One day that scared me
Dishonored
was
everybody.
when we were going to the Tokyo Skytree. We were going through the God, what do I call it? The card reader, like the little the aisle,
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. I can't talk tonight. So we were going through it, and then the attendant goes, "Chotomate." I was like, what the fuck? And then some lady comes out and asks, and again, when I say perfect English, I'm talking, they have perfect English.
Tokyo Skytree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's badass.
tree of the sky.
But it was a 2-hour wait. We couldn't get on top. That's okay. We hung out around like the little bottom area. And
That's
just,
what happened to me when I went to the escort bar in Japan. It was a 2-hour wait and I couldn't get on top.
Hey-o. She's like, where are you going? We're going to the Tokyo Skytree. Follow me. Like it didn't. I'm sure she didn't say it that blunt, but it felt blunt. So
Yeah.
as we're walking, there's an attendant waiting for us. The train comes. The attendant put a ramp down for me to get on the train.
nice.
How nice.
There you go.
And the cool thing about Tokyo trains, they have a section that's just for you're either pregnant, old, in a wheelchair.
Retarded, gay.
Well, I didn't say that. I don't know the symbols for that. Well, I know I guess the symbols for gay, but not
Trans is one. It's like a half dress, half
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Midget,
Yeah.
Chinese.
So, but there's a special section where if you have that, people move
Yeah.
and you can chill there.
That's awesome.
We get to the end of the station. There's another attendant waiting. He puts the ramp down.
You're like a baby in a stroller in Disneyland.
Felt like a
Let's go to the
baby in a
front.
stroller. And that was an interesting conversation I had with my wife that first day. She's not, I'm used to having this chair because I've had to go on business trips, I've had to go do shit with this thing. Because airports they're just labyrinth for me. It's painful.
Who's what's the brand of the chair? Tonka?
It's, yeah. Yes, Tonka makes trucks.
Hell yeah.
It's a
Nerf or
Schwinn.
nothing.
It's a Schwinn. So my
Boston
wife,
Dynamics.
yeah, God bless her. She's trying to help me out, and she's trying to do all this, and then she's just looking miserable.
Yeah.
So I had to stop, and we were like, "Hey, you do know that because I'm in a wheelchair and I'm using a chair, it doesn't mean I'm helpless,
Yeah.
And I won't go into details and stuff because it's like personal shit, right? But you know,
Makes
we
everything easier.
yeah, this is making stuff easier.
You're
I'm
trying to
not
help.
I'm not dead, you
Yeah.
know. I said if I need you, I'm going to ask for it.
Yeah.
And you know, you're showing me ways to be helpful. And once we had that conversation, the whole trip went better.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that as we're getting older as a married couple, we're learning that if you want something or you need something, you better say it.
And how long have you
'Cause-
been married?
I've been married it'll be almost 20 years in 2026.
It was 2006, right? So.
I had a guy at work as a newlywed, and he asked how long I'd been married, and I was like, 14 years. He said, whoa, what's the secret? And I was like, it's only 14 years. It's not like we died yet. We're together. We're
Yeah,
not
right.
old.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that doesn't take 14 years to learn. You can learn in everyday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because
If you're not,
with the
then
opposite gender, and they have completely opposite chemistry and opposite brain.
I will never. I've told her straight up, I will never memorize. I will never read your mind. You need to tell me. You need to vocalize.
Yeah.
And dude, feels great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just told her I was like, I'm not a baby. I'm fine. I can wipe my own ass. I'm good. I think you are over. You're trying to be overly helpful, and unfortunately, it's frustrating you because you think you're dealing with a crazy person.
And my wife was like, you can remember all these jokes for your routine. You can't remember to do the kitchen thing, how I like to where you put the dishes in. Like, that's not important. Dick jokes are important.
And then you went, shut up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, shut up.
No, fine.
I can remember things that are funny that
Yeah.
I like. I'm not going to remember how the pots and pans go right in the cabinet.
But I had to remember when I got back and after I had time to process and just like, think of all the cool shit we did. I had to think about it. I was like, dude, you went to Japan.
Yeah.
It happened. You did it.
Other side of the planet.
You went to the other side of the planet. You've been wanting to do this since you bought like a issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly in like 6th grade.
Right.
AGM.
You've been wanting to do this and you did it. So now I'm just like, I don't know if I'd like we just talked about, like, I wouldn't move there because, I mean, kind of like, rights and stuff like that. It's way different than here. I mean, people are more free here than they think they
Have
realize.
you listened to Big in Japan at all? Or?
No, I haven't.
That would have been a good documentary.
So, I mean, we got it pretty good here, but, the work culture and, kind of being I'm used to having my little sprawling house, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sprawling, it's like 1,600 square feet, but
I want a basketball player house with like huge doors and stuff.
you want a what?
A basketball player's old house.
Yeah.
Like in Houston.
With the court and
Yeah.
stuff in the
or
backyard?
Just with the big
Hell yeah.
doorways and the huge circle bed and all the,
Oh, dude,
stuff that's made for big people.
I'm going to get you guys over at some point. You can go through my Simpsons doors, man. Got the
Nice.
little curve. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Like a
So,
Hobbit.
while I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, which that happens with every trip because you overplan, some shit you can do and some shit you can't, and also the realization that you are 42 years old, you are not a 30-year-old YouTuber who can do everything, right? It's fucking awesome, memorable trip. Can't wait to go back. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. It's my long-winded way of saying, "Oh yeah, it was fucking great." But that's not much of a podcast if you do.
Robots and video games and
Rob-
waifus.
That's something I want to talk about. I was thinking about this too. Like what was it? I think we're just talking about. I think we're doing. We call each other weebs and stuff like that. Like, are we truly weebs there, or are we just big nerds? I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
I think Robert came in there going, actually, I'm a otaku, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't know if you know who you're talking to, Jason, but you're talking to the Little Woodrow's South Park Meadows Star Wars.
Star Wars
right.
champions of
Number
2023.
one
Yeah, I know.
USA,
Yeah.
nice chicken eat time champions.
Yeah, look at that Star Wars clue up there.
Yeah.
That's our proof that we won.
But I always want to be like respectful of other cultures and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I don't want to be like, hey, this is the video game anime country. They're more than
I think there's
that.
degrees of weeb, and we are definitely on a scale of like 1 to 10. I don't eat that raw sushi over there. And number 10 is you literally it's like you get pictures of yourself taken dressed like a samurai and all that.
There's a thing that people.
I think I'm probably a 3 or a 4 on that, and then Jason, you're probably a 6.
That's okay. Good, because I was about to say I feel like I'm a 6.
Yeah, you're on a scale of you talk about them Japs, number 1 like to literally trying to speak Japanese.
I would
like
like-
going like trying
I
to
would
go
like
to
to-
Japan and not speak English at all. That's
I think that's more of a 6 though.
yeah.
Like trying to. I mean, I think I think if you're learning another language in another country, I
Yeah.
think it's considerate.
yeah.
You know, even if you don't.
Also, there's a whole bathing aspect. Like, how much do you bathe?
Yeah.
There's a whole there's a whole acne aspect to it.
The Mario Odyssey.
How
got in
many
trouble for-
katanas do you own? is the big
I own
question.
0
Yeah.
katanas, by the way.
Right. How many trilbies? It's not a fedora. It's actually a trilby. Those little hats.
Remember Mario
Or
Odyssey got in
neck-beard
trouble
hats.
for having Mexican Mario? He danced around the hat. And they
Yeah,
were
with
saying
the sombrero,
it's
yeah.
culturally insensitive.
No one talks about that we have David Lee Roth Mario in
Yeah.
the game. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
With the hat, the little sailor's
Yeah.
hat. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. That's my favorite version of Mario in that game. You know?
All right.
Panama! You know.
But Japan has thousands years of tradition of being exclusive and not giving a fuck about everybody else.
It's true.
So for you to tell them that they can't be racist about Mexico is saying that Japanese culture of not shunning outsiders
Mm-hmm.
is not cool.
Yeah.
So you have to honor their culture
Mhm.
by telling them that it's okay to have a Mexican Mario
Yeah.
dance guy.
Yeah.
Or else you're racist against Japanese for being racist because that's their culture.
That's true.
This is not caring about or knowing
It's-
anything about other people. Like
It's a vicious cycle.
there's no Mexican that went to Japan and was like, I'm offended by this. It was white people that
Yeah.
were like offended on Mexicans' behalf.
I mean, it's the whole thing about trying to get rid of Speedy Gonzalez, and then the actual Mexicans are like, no, Speedy Gonzalez is like one of the
Yeah.
greatest Mexican characters of
Yeah.
all time.
The
That's what
Taco
we-
Bell dog is
That's
our,
what we talk about,
the
though.
flag.
You
Yeah.
can go on Twitter all the time and say, support, but what are you doing?
Likes and retweets aren't real shit.
We're
What
gonna
are you doing to change the world? And not that you have to change the world, because it's a big world out there. I don't know if you know that.
we started having Chucky on the show, and she was like, "What's the show called?" And we were calling it Die Rules. She's like, "You can't call it Die Rules because I can't say that. It's too many R's and L's." And I was like, "You married a guy named Dylan. You don't care."
Yeah, we wanted
gonna
to have,
change my
Dylan
show.
Williams, right?
we wanted to have Chiaki hear about your Japan trip, but maybe next time.
Yeah,
I
You guys
think-
can have a
Bust in.
Japan.
I just when I go anywhere, and this isn't me trying to win points or anything like that. I want to be respectful of people. I want to be considerate. I actually do that in regular life.
Yeah.
I try. Not perfect at it. I don't pretend to be an expert.
Oh, look, Asahi.
Yes.
We have an Asahi here.
fluent Spanish, but I can't understand it as well as I
Yeah.
speak it because there's
Yeah.
different dialects and people talk fast.
Like,
But then you seem really even worse of a racist because I can go order shit, but
Uh-huh.
if they don't have it, I don't know what the hell they're saying.
yeah, no.
So like I'm just this white guy that's asking for stuff. Like I know how to tell you what I want,
It was
but I don't know how to understand when you tell me you don't have it. I'm just gonna keep asking for the thing over and over again and going, yes, please.
What was cool? We had an Uber driver, and that was the other thing too. Just so we could save juice on my chair, if we had to go somewhere small, we'd just take a quick taxi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you were basically the Schindler of
Huh?
you were the Oscar Schindler of
The fuck does that mean?
your wheelchair. You wanted to save juice.
Yeah,
God,
and save the juice.
you're fucking terrible.
No, you were a good guy.
No. But anyways, yeah, it was cool. Like one of them had like this little like keychain of like phrases and English phrases, and so
Nice.
she would like flip. How did you order this taxi from the app or from Uber? I'd go Uber. Oh, flip. Are you going to this? Are you okay with this direction? I was like, yes, we're okay. Flip. Let's go. It's really cool,
Yeah.
right? The taxi drivers though, oh man, they're fucking dope. Like these little
Yeah. Everything that's
Fortune for
bad in
you.
America is awesome in Japan, right?
Oh, Clay had that statement where it was like, when you get back to the U.S., customer service is gonna fucking suck for
Yeah.
you, and it's true. But also, we don't pay everybody enough to have good customer service here, so
Speaking of Schindler's List, we were talking last night, Donnie and I, about the Beatles and how they kind of like Elvis is the king of rock and roll, but the Beatles were the first band of rock star
That's true.
dudes that slayed pussy all over the world because of Germany. Germany makes a really good case for being a master race when you look at their women because they're fucking amazing. Like all the German porn is way better. They talk dirty more. They're prettier. This is coming from someone who's one of my first experiences was in Germany, so I'm kind
okay.
of biased.
There you go.
But they were just British nerds with bowl cuts singing about holding your hand, and then they got to Germany and they got their dick sucked, and they were like, "Fuck yeah, let's go do this around the world
again."
Yeah. So they invented being a rock star.
Like
a
this
rock
fucking
band,
great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But it was just a hop, skip, and a jump over from Britain, where they were, had to be proper and polite, and then they got to Germany, and the girls were like, "Scheiße, piss on my face," and they're like, "Oh, this is what it means to."
This is it.
We should write some more songs.
That's
do
right.
some more tours.
Something about yesterday.
Let's do another Chuck Berry cover.
Write some more songs about holding hands, and let's go get it jerked off.
Did you ever see a documentary? It was called The History of Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
Came out like on PBS like 20, 30 years ago or something like that. And I was just thinking about how you were talking about stealing from Chuck Berry. Well, they showed like, was it Little Richard doing Tutti Frutti, right?
Yeah.
They're like, what, Papa, just jamming out. And then they showed fucking Pat Boone covering it. It's just the most like, wop, papa, loop, papa, like Tutti Frutti, woo, Tutti Frutti. It was the most. I was with my wife. Like, you sound like a Woolworths counter, sir.
Yeah.
So,
I have some more questions about Japan.
okay.
Do you think?
Let's take a break before we do more questions,
Okay.
so I can have a dividing line.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It is. We're at an hour 32. So I'm gonna
Hell
stop it
yeah.
real quick.
Epic. Also, my ears.
Yeah, my ears are sweaty.
Okay. Cool. Asked Sarah. I was like, "When's your flight tomorrow?" So I can like figure out when to go home tonight. No, she's not getting into like 2, so that's fine. I'm good. I gotta take her to
Pre-order Final Fantasy 16?
Huh?
Are you going to pre-order Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, just buy it the day it comes out. I think from what I've seen, I've seen enough where it's like, oh yeah, it's cool. This
Pre-order,
is
you get an XP boost and a guild boost.
Is there?
Yeah, there's
Nah, I'm about to pick it up, dude. I'm trying
It's a
to.
game-enhancing pre-order bonus.
I got shamed into pre-ordering, Donnie.
I know. I was telling Josh last night. It's like you pre-order games, that makes games bad, and that makes Redfall be a piece of shit.
I'll pre-order a sequel, but I know it's the same people. I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pre-order Street Fighter 6 because Street Fighter, right? I mean, they're not gonna fuck it up.
Because I knew it was gonna be for a reason.
Like, a bad Street Fighter is like a Simpsons good episode. Like a bad, you know what I mean? Like Simpsons bad episode's a good episode of something else. You know what I mean? So, which that doesn't really count anymore. But
Yeah.
Have you seen a Simpsons episode lately?
I can't remember when the last one I saw. It was not the past like 5 years.
They're more like, it's kind of like this weird. I don't know. It's like it exists in this own universe that it shouldn't exist in anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just like it shouldn't.
Should be done.
It should be done, and they're fine.
About
They're
the
not.
time they buckled to the whole Apu thing.
Yeah.
Simpsons should definitely have been over.
Yeah, I mean, that one's a, I never felt, I mean, I can see how someone could get offended. It's not my culture, right, so I get it, but, it was also fucking funny,
Well, there's nothing wrong with, they weren't saying anything bad, it was just a voice.
Yeah.
It's like, if there's a Russian character, and, Hank Azaria is not Russian, so why would that be just as bad? What's the difference?
One of my favorite Apu jokes, I don't know if you remember this one, but it was when he was talking about how he immigrated. And it was like, he went to college in the U.S. And he goes, and my graduate project was this, he pulls out, it was in computer science, and he pulls out this giant box of punch cards.
Yeah.
It's a machine playing tic-tac-toe. And Bart picks a card out of it in the middle of it. What's this card do? And he goes, oh! And throws the whole thing away.
The person who complained about Apu didn't have an accent. It was Mindy Kaling.
No, it was a dude.
It was Hari, I forget his name, Crushmander or something like that. He's a comedian that was on
Okay.
Come On.
So you know what that means, right? Him complaining about Apu and Hank Azaria voicing him and all that stuff means he's not a funny comedian.
Yeah.
He's not a good comedian.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
It's like Hicks, Bill Hicks. Everybody used to try to talk about Bill Hicks, and I was listening to him. It's just bad.
Hello.
Well, I can't talk shit about Bill Hicks in front of her because
Yeah.
Texas's hometown hero.
I didn't know he came from Austin, though. He came from Austin, or how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
We sauntering around.
What'd you do? You Adrian's?
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Aiden is a hoot.
Oh yeah.
He gets a cocktail in him and he's sassy.
Turns into Andrew Dice Clay.
The beauty shop to braid some hair.
Mhm.
How are you?
I'm good.
Eating a banana?
Yeah, my last one is getting pretty ripe, so I figured I better eat it.
Time to do it.
We're talking about Japan and watching Japan videos.
They're trying to jog my memory, like any repressed
So
memories.
you know that person? You know that person? You see them?
Did
Let me
you
know.
see them?
Did you sit on a bench?
It's like, I don't know.
Hot
Remember.
beverage night?
No. Actually, yeah, I'll have a Pacifico.
I got a line too. Remember.
Did they have any of those neon or the electronic signs around the corner where it looks 3D and they make it look like something's coming out of there?
I didn't see one when I was there. I did want to. I was hoping I'd see the cat. You know,
York,
that would have been really cool. We did. We were right in this area though. That's the magnet. We were in there. Yeah, we were in the
Why
magnet.
is everybody standing around?
Huh?
Why is everybody standing around?
Waiting on the light, dude.
Oh,
That's Shibuya Crossing.
About like 8:50.
That's the. That's the Maui. No, we didn't go to that. The one where it says the 0101. That's called a Maui Annex. It's got like a bunch of pop-up shops in it. We went to one that had a Godzilla pop-up in it. It's pretty cool. They're kind of like, what is it? I feel like we're shopping a lot. And like, oh wait, we're in Japan. It's what you do.
Yeah.
It's
There's
a
a
culture
store.
of consumerism.
Everything is a store.
Yeah, everything's a store. You know.
The ground is a store.
Exactly. He baked some chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. I'm just nosy.
Oh, Donnie, Terry, and Deb, Kristen's parents watched RRR.
Hold on, what?
Tell them what your mom and Terry watched the other day.
The RRR.
They like it?
Terry loved it. Like, what? He's not seen that?
Deb was like, it was horrifying violence. And I was like, oh, I remember a lot of eyeliner and dancing.
Squirting.
A lot of eyeliner.
Have you watched RRR yet?
I have not, but I have seen Bollywood movies though.
RRR is like the freaking Lord of the Rings of Bollywood.
Yeah, they're really.
But it's also
Lord of the Rings is the RRR of fantasy.
That's true.
Jason brought Clay a Mega Man toy, and Clay didn't even. Clay was so shithoused. He didn't even-
I was telling her that basically came home nonverbal again.
Do you need anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Of course.
There is some dope ass rum I brought. He wants some, so it was really good.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm surprised I'm not asleep right now.
Yeah. We gotta do this shit with my parents again tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
We saw 3:46 this morning. I can't remember. Something late.
Dude, I went to bed like at 3 this morning too. I couldn't sleep. We had a storm last night, and then
I'm gonna hit y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Storm hit them last
we got
night.
hit last night.
The
So
bubble.
I hit marble
It hit
balls.
us.
so
Yeah,
one
the lake house got all fucked up.
one dog slept to my left, the other dog slept to my leg. So I was sleeping like this out of the bed. I'm like, oh really? So I can't move her because she's like, you know, almost 20. So she's old.
I wanna see your cool chair now. I'll try it.
Huh?
I wanna see your Tonka chair.
Yeah, come over sometime. I'd like to get my backyard like built in.
Yeah.
Y'all just come by and hang out. We don't do anything. So
Drop by Elgin and get some sausage.
sausage.
I hadn't heard from her. I thought that maybe you would talk to her.
She asked me when we were gonna record, or when Jason was gonna be here, and I said, I don't know, ask Donnie.
I'm here now.
And then I texted her right when we started recording and said, we're recording right now. We're gonna have her bust in and say, what did you do? Go to my country and just enjoy all the stuff while people are
Set
trying.
up. They were conspiring.
You just go in.
Do whatever you want. Say whatever you want.
That's right.
Just running through the streets yelling Monco. That's what you have to tell her.
Monco.
That's the word she would not say. Still won't say it.
Hey, look, it's Dylan.
I tried not to be a hentai when I went. Yeah, their Wendy's are apparently fancier over there. We did have Japanese Domino's. Did I tell you this?
The Wendy's,
Yes.
the Wendy's first kitchen.
Yeah, we had Japanese Domino's one night because it was late. We got back late and it was like, nothing's really open. We want to go out. We're tired. Let's just order something. I was like, hey, Japanese pizza, let's do it. Because I always see like the shrimp pizzas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I was like, we gotta try something crazy. So, but they didn't like have anything that was super appetizing. So they served potato au gratin though. It was good.
I love that. That's a funny, like, side dish or potato au gratin pizza.
Like a side dish.
Okay.
Yeah. It was wild, right? So
Random things.
I know, but Sarah, what's the word I'm looking for? We were talking about this the other day. Like when you come from like a small town, Chili's is the big, fancy restaurant, right? When you come from my town, the next big thing would be like, I don't know,
Outback.
like Outback or a sushi restaurant or like a nice steakhouse, something like that. So, Sarah's from a small town, so like I was like, it'd be so cool to do like an omakase meal or something like that, But she's like, it'd probably be wasted on me. And I was like, okay, I'll go with my friends then. So, but I'll never, like take her somewhere she's miserable because then I'm miserable,
Yeah. She didn't like it. She didn't like it.
She don't like it exactly. So.
We need to do omakase again.
Yeah.
They're doing something new. What was it that he just posted on Instagram? Some new thing they're doing. Some new menu or something. The dude, Iroko.
See, if y'all do sushi or omakase again, I'll go with you. Let me know when you do.
We were trying to figure out a setup.
Because I'll go. I don't know if Sarah goes. I can ask her.
Well, we were talking about me and Josh, Donnie, Chiaki, and Dylan, and then we would meet at 6.
Yeah, I'll go with you. If y'all ever go again, you just need another one, let me know. I'll go.
I've known Masa for 20 years. We just have to catch him on a night there.
Nice. I was telling them that, because, like I said, Sarah didn't really have much of an appetite, so didn't really get to do like all the street food I wanted, but the best sushi I ever had.
Oh, they're doing karage.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
But the best sushi I ever had was at Haneda Airport, handmade, like not like sitting under a sun lamp or anything like that, but handmade. I had to wait 20 minutes for it. It was amazing. It's all fresh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, when it's made right in front of you.
It's made
And you watch them make it. I mean, that's a beautiful project.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I was like,